It's finally time! TemTem is coming to Nintendo Switch in September as it celebrates its long-awaited full game release on all its consoles. What is TemTem? Well, for those of you who don't know, it's only the best Pokemon-like game that's ever been available to the public for some time now, just in an unfinished state. However, TemTem, even before its full release and heap of quality of life improvements that occurred over its beta, had already been raved to be far better than any traditional mainline Pokemon game to date. The game released its early access just as players outraged over Game Freak's lack of quality in Pokemon Sword and Shield, and TemTem literally had everything players wanted from those titles already included in its own. Skip forward to today, and that still remains to be true. TemTem, oddly enough, is the true realization of what traditional mainline Pokemon games should have been since their entrance to the Nintendo Switch. Games like Pokemon BDSP and Sword and Shield retained the old formula that Game Freak had been producing for over 20 years, with no meaningful changes or even modern quality, which is why TemTem is so important. TemTem aimed to give battles a better pace, more tactical mechanics, better presentation, better story, better overworlds with meaningful exploration, better difficulty, maintaining beloved mechanics such as following Tems and even home customization, and best of all, TemTem aimed to be an MMO, giving the "gotta be the very best like no one ever was" mantra a much more realistic breath of air. That's right, you can see other players and their following Tems on your journey, and even in beta, the game runs smooth as butter. You can realistically play through the entirety of TemTem with a friend or a group of friends, and constantly attempt to win challenges before they do as a form of competition, or compete with them directly as you go with player versus player battles. Pokemon still has yet to create a game that captures the essence of the anime. Not even Pokemon Legends Arceus has done that, even though it captures the essence of a personal journey with your Pokemon perfectly. Now, comparing TemTem to Pokemon Legends is a topic for another day, but when comparing TemTem to every Pokemon game that came before Legends, you know, the ones that never changed their stale and clunky formula and pacing for over 20 years, and arguably began to be designed worse and worse when it came to linear routes and infuriatingly pointless dialogue scenes interrupting your progress on the main game, TemTem trounces all of these titles ever so gracefully with its effortless solutions to long-standing problems that never got addressed in Pokemon before Pokemon Legends Arceus. Not only has TemTem already proven itself worthy with its early access beta, but it's adding even more gameplay mechanics with the official full game release in September. Such features include the addition of seasons, something we haven't seen since Pokemon Black 2 and White 2, as well as weekly quests to keep players engaged at all times. There also seem to be other features being added. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember seamlessly transitioning from surfing to riding a little electric car being a thing before 1.0, right? Or even being able to ride your own TemTem. That's awesome! Again, these are all features that should have been staples in Pokemon by now, yet Game Freak and the Pokemon Company have repeatedly dropped the ball, seemingly because they felt they had no competition. So why include all these features that players enjoy, am I right? Well, sorry to say Pokemon, but you have a lot of competition now. I'm glad you stepped it up with Pokemon Legends, but in this coming year or two alone, players will soon have access to games such as TemTem, Dokkevi, Pal World, and so much more that have the quality we've come to expect from modern AAA developers, even if all these games I just mentioned are being made by indie developers. And Game Freak itself is the AAA studio, but go off, I guess. What are all your thoughts on TemTem coming to Switch? Are you excited for the full game's release regardless of the system you're getting it on? Let me know down in the comments, and until the next video, I've been johtojonny. Peace out.